8.5 million computers are about to crash. It starts with one screen. Somewhere in an airport, a check-in monitor goes blue, reboots, and goes blue again. Then the screen beside it. Then the departure board. Within minutes, it is hospitals, banks, pharmacies, and emergency lines, all stuck in the same dead loop. It is the largest IT outage in history, and it is not an attack. No hacker, no ransom. Whatever is doing this walked in through the front door, from the one company all these machines were paying to keep them safe. 9 minutes past 4 in the morning, Universal Time, the 19th of July, 2024. Case File 6, CrowdStrike. CrowdStrike sells a security product called Falcon, and it is very widely trusted. Most of the Fortune 500 run it. To stop a threat the instant it appears, Falcon has to sit deeper than an ordinary program. It runs at the core of Windows, a level called the kernel, where it can see everything the machine does and block anything dangerous. That depth is the entire point of the product. It is also the danger in it. Code running that deep does not get to fail quietly. When it breaks, it does not close an app. It stops the whole computer. That is the trade you accept for protection this powerful. It works right up until the morning it does not. Threats appear around the clock, so Falcon updates constantly. It does that in two very different ways. The first is the program itself. That ships slowly and on purpose in stages. A small group of machines first, then a larger one, then everybody. If an update is broken, you find out while the damage is still tiny. The second is a stream of small configuration files, pushed out many times a day, telling Falcon what to look for next. Those files did not go out in stages. They went to every machine at once. No test group, no first wave. Remember that. In a moment, it is the only thing that matters. On the 19th of July, one of those small files was built wrong. Deep inside Falcon, one component hands a set of instructions to another. The component receiving them was written to expect 21 pieces of information. The component sending them only ever supplied 20. 21 against 20. That gap is the whole disaster. And CrowdStrike knew a mistake like this was possible because it had built a guard against exactly this. A validator whose only job was to catch a malformed file and stop it before it ever left the building. But the validator carried a bug of its own. It looked at the broken file and it stamped it safe. For months, the missing 21st field never mattered because nothing had ever asked for it. The update on the 19th of July was the first one that did. Falcon reached for a piece of information that was not there. It read straight past the end of what existed. Windows watched a trusted program grab at memory it had no right to touch and did the only safe thing it could. It killed the machine on the spot. And because these files were sent to everyone at once, everyone fell at once. CrowdStrike found the mistake and pulled the file in 78 minutes. For 8.5 million machines, that was 78 minutes too late. Then people discovered the part that turned a bad morning into a catastrophe. You know this next part because you lived through it. More than 5,000 flights cancelled in a single day. Delta alone called off 7,000 over the following 5 days and left more than 1 million passengers stranded. Hospitals postponed surgeries. Banks froze. Television stations went off the air. Trains, tills, government counters, all dark. Normally, a bad update is easy to undo. You push out a good one on top of it. But these machines could not stay on long enough to receive anything. The fix could not reach them, which left exactly one option. Every single one of the 8.5 million had to be repaired the slowest way there is. By hand. One machine, one person at a time. The previous record for an outage like this was around $150 million in damage. This one cost the Fortune 500 alone an estimated $5.4 billion. The full bill across everyone it touched has never really been counted. All of it from one small file that nobody attacked. Delta said the outage cost it $500 million and sued, arguing the update had been pushed out in an unsafe way. A judge let the heart of the case go forward. CrowdStrike countersued, pointing at the fine print in the contract. Fine print, it says, caps what it owes at a few million. $500 million in damage, a few million on the cap. That fight is still in court today. And 1 month after the crash, CrowdStrike's president walked onto a stage in Las Vegas at DEF CON, the world's biggest hacker conference, and accepted an award in person. The award was for most epic fail. "We got this horribly wrong," he told the room. In September, the company sat in front of the United States Congress and accepted complete responsibility. Then it published the list of changes it was making. Read that list closely because it reads like a confession. Check the shape of a file properly before trusting it. Check that you are not reading past the end of the data. And roll these updates out in stages, the same careful way the rest of the software already shipped. Every item on that list is a control that should have been there all along, and was not. There were supposed to be 2 safety nets, a validator to catch a broken file, and a staged rollout to catch a broken validator. Both were missing on the fastest and most frequent kind of update the company shipped. A security company forgot its own first rule. The safety was never the check itself. The safety is releasing slowly enough to notice when the check is wrong. You do not push to everyone at once. This was case file 6. This was caught.